Real fast. Did you know that this is the first time in Pacific Northwest history that the head golf professional and the assistant both won awards in the section? Isn't that amazing? Pretty cool. It's a testament to you. So kudos. Real fast, give us a quick snapshot. How did you get in the industry? Where have you been? Those types of things.
1996, Homestead Golf Club, Linden, Washington. From there, traveled to Kapalua, Maui for 98, 99, and 2000. Came back to the beautiful Pacific Northwest to raise a family. Was at Homestead until 2006. From there, I went to Semiahmoo and Loomis Trail. I was there for 14 years. And then for the last 5 years, I've been at Tacoma Country and Golf Club.
I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to hire you. It was one of the greatest achievements of my career, so thank you for that. One thing I've been teasing you about for about a year now is you're playing in these senior pro-ams, and you were running out, playing all these pro-ams. I'm like, gosh, will you get back in the office, you know? But anyways, congratulations on your quarter-century membership. How has your philosophy as a golf professional evolved over the last 25 years?
Well, quick story. So in our chapter, you can start playing in senior pro-ams at 45. So I'm like, this is fantastic. So I signed up for my first senior pro-am. And as I'm walking out the door at Tacoma, the entire staff is giving me a bad time. I did not sign up for another pro-am until after I turned 50. So there's that. Okay. You know, the journey evolving through my career, you know, obviously as a young assistant or an apprentice back then, I was trying to learn as much as I could, and obviously still am today trying to learn from fellow professionals. But obviously Wayne Clark, John Brandvold, great mentors of mine just getting into the business, and then having the opportunity to go to Hawaii, work with the PGA Tour, come back, oversee 2 golf courses, not on the same footprint. Plenty of learning lessons, but also learning from, you know, single owners to corporations to private equity to member owned here at Tacoma, which is fantastic. And I think now more in my career is, you know, not only learning from others, but giving back and helping other golf professionals, you know, figure out their path in their career. Not everybody's path is the same or their same goals. And so trying to foster what drives them inside to move them forward for that next chapter, whether it's a director of instruction, teaching professional, head professional, general manager, but supporting them along the way and helping any way I can.
One thing you always say is leadership requires a learning mindset. There's some Brett-isms out there. I won't use too many of them, but those that have worked with him know there's different words and things that he uses. But one thing is this learning mindset and an emotional intelligence and willingness to model the behavior you expect. How do you cultivate a culture of pride, professionalism, and joy among your team members, especially during the busiest and most challenging stretches of the season?
It's a fantastic question. Wow. I mean, obviously, in the Pacific Northwest, we're going to go from, we're going to turn that light switch on in the golf course or in operations and our facilities and become extremely busy. And it's really just trying to make sure everybody's on the same page in the operation. And during the slow times, that's the times for us to, you know, digest, reflect, understand what's got to come next. But when it comes game time and it's ready to go, everybody's got to be on the same page moving forward in the same direction. And if we're not, behind the scenes in the operation, though we won't tell anybody, we got to be cohesive. And so I think the biggest thing for us is year-round. We have a breakfast meeting in February. The team gets to pick where they want to go. Now, this year, it was 3 hours and 40 minutes. I can tell you, they got tired of listening to Brett speak. But I can tell you that 2026, we all have an agenda and we all have a game plan for the year moving forward. Come the member guest, we have 3 member guests within 3 weeks. We have our senior member guest, our men's member guest, and our women's member guest. It's the showcase of the year, and it's a highlight, and I know the team enjoys it just as much. And it's for us for that one morning prior to all those that we get all on the same page, just so we're all talking the same language and we understand what's coming up in that 3 weeks. So when something happens behind the scenes, we just keep moving forward. So just constant communication.
So one thing, when we went through the hiring process to find the next golf professional, I think do you remember what number you are? It's pretty low, though. I want to say it's in the teens. And well, if you think about it, a 130-year-old golf club and be in the teens, 11th golf professional at Tacoma. I mean, that's pretty impressive when you think about that. But one thing I know that was really big and something that was part of the interview process and something I truly believe in is developing your professional staff and personnel and operating as a team, but also how do you develop them so they can go on and be, successful later on in life. You got to get up here and interview one of your assistants, probably one of the greatest accomplishments in your career, because I know I'm enjoying this. So, yeah, I am. Talk to me about why that drives Brett Eaton.
I would say is not only just the assistants here today, Jack Wilden, Kelly Rocky, Nicole Matiatos, but I mean, Tim, thank you for being here tonight. Sunny, his lovely wife, joining us tonight. I think the assistants who've worked for me throughout the years, it's not only where they're at in their careers, but it's also their families and watching them grow and those relationships that we have, and we still keep in contact and catch up just in life, but also in business. But as I talked before, everybody's chapter is different, and just trying to help them along the way through the PGA education. And as soon as I know the benchmark went from 9 years to 7 years. So just making sure that they're ensured that they have the correct tools to get through that PGA education and get membership and then move on, so they can be in a leadership role at their facility.
As you accept this PGA Professional of the Year award, what do you hope your legacy will be for the next generation of golf professionals? You had some golf professionals that just got their membership today. And what do you want them to remember Brett Eaton by?
Probably, I think more than anything is just taking the time to connect with them, having an open door policy, having an open mind to listen, everything behind the scenes, whether it's family or life or health. I've always said that your health and your family come first. We'll take care of everything else behind the scenes. So I think watching that and listening to them and helping them when you have those closed door meetings is powerful, when you can just spend some time with them one-on-one to figure things out.
If you could give one piece of advice to those new ones, what would that be?
I'd say for all associates that are getting into the business, I would say take the time to connect, spend time, your peer group, whether you're playing in golf tournaments, you're going to conferences, teaching seminars, education seminars, meet your fellow professionals, whether it's in your chapter, in your section, or any other place. I think it's powerful just for the reach in your career and down the road. You can always reach out to somebody that can, people do want to help you, I promise, they do. When you reach out to them, they will connect with you and help you throughout your career, so don't feel like there's golf professionals that aren't there to assist you.
And I'll give a testament to that, moving on in my own career and pick up the phone and call you for advice, you always answer. You always call back. You're always there, and I really appreciate that. And it's not just because we know each other, but I know you do that for anybody in this room. So kudos to you for doing that. The mic's yours. I'll let you thank people.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank the Tacoma Country and Golf Club membership for being here tonight. Your support is fantastic. To the TCGC professional staff, thank you for joining us tonight. To my lovely wife, who's in the back corner over there. Thank you for all your support. To all of our award winners, congratulations. And to our 20 new PGA members, congratulations. And I wish you all the best in the years to come.